Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna talk about Sabnzbd. Um, and you can go on any YouTube video and see how to install it, right? So this is not really about installing. This is more about optimizing Sab. So I'm gonna go through, as I said, all my Dockers and stuff. I've been playing with OnRaid now for basically 5 years, right? So I got some experience of fucking it up and crying for help or figuring it out, So I've been around the block and I've messed it up a while. So I know how to mess stuff up and until I get it working the way I want to. And Sab is one of them. When I initially got Sab, it was not giving me the speeds. I had a lower speed internet at the time, but even with lower speed internet, I was only getting 30% of my internet speed because I wasn't that optimized. So right now I have a 2 gig internet, and this is what I'm getting from 2 gigs. So I basically got a test file right here, and we're gonna send this test file, this 10 gig test file, and see how fast we're going on 2 gig internet. Let's see what we got. See, we're ramping up, right? Ramping up. So we passed 200. So yeah, we're looking pretty good right here. We're getting some overage. We're pushing there. You can see we're pushing up. It's pretty good. Getting 10 gigs in less than a minute, you know? I think that's pretty good. So how am I able to attain this? So you can see that my writing is going to this right here, this drive, right? So you can have all the speed in the world. If you don't have a drive that can take the speed, then it's pointless. So even though I have these two 1 terabytes in RAID 1, if I try to come into these, I might get 150, 150 megs a second. I might get that. But I swapped it to this, right? The single standalone, because this is my worker drive. I don't need this stuff saved or anything of the sort, right? This is everything on this drive is basically replaceable trash. So I don't need this stuff on the array or anything of that, and I don't need it to be protected. I need it to be accessible as fast as possible in and out because all this stuff is literally replaceable. So I swapped it over to this Intel drive. So if you look in here and you'll see transcode, which is basically the drive I use right here for all my SAB and all that stuff, and all my transcode from Plex and MB, all that stuff happens on this drive. And basically that's what this Intel is. So this drive is so bad to where it can hold all the Plex stuff, transcoding and everything, multiple stuff transcoding, and still write at max speed with SAB. So you look at my SAB settings. If I go in here and I go into folders, right, you can see that it goes to transcode, right? Transcode. That is basically where I have that stuff, and that's what allows me to get that speed. On the other side, anything that I need, I'm able to retrieve. So you can see that I have 4 Usenet, but only one of them is mine. These other ones, I'm a brother, so I know another brother, and I know another brother, and I know another brother. So, people say, "Oh, they're gonna this or they're gonna that." Well, I'm literally telling you that I've been running this since 2019, right? And we go all the way back to June, I think, July, right? 2019 July. And you look at this. Here's mine. Here's his. This is the first person that I did the swappy to with, right? So he got mine, I got his, and then this guy came in around here, and this other guy came in like way down here. So so we're doing the brother hookup. You know what I'm saying? The brother hookup, and I got 4 of them, and you can see like there's tons of data going through every day. So whenever stuff is coming through SAB, I have 4 ways of getting it, so it will get fixed and the file will come through. But if you're having issues with your downloads and stuff like that on SAB as in for speed, look at where it is going and look to see if you have the power to be able to make it move as fast as possible, because that's one of the issues that I was having. Was I had it on these drives and I had VMs on there, all this stuff, and SAB wasn't getting enough room to do what it needs to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was running into. And at the same time, you need a little bit of CPU usage. So if your CPU is at max, SAB won't be able to breed and do what it needs to do when it needs to unpack. When it needs to unpack the file, SAB might have issues there. So, you don't even see it that much when SAB is moving, but it just needs to have a little bit of room to breed. So yeah, that's really all I have with SAB, is just to optimize it. I would say that's your best bet of how you do your settings there. So everything else you can see in another video how to set it up. Just make sure your temporary folder and your final folder, where the file finally comes before it moves to whether radar or sonar. Just make sure that it is there so it gets processed through fast, and then the final movement happens later on. But that would be the main thing that I see a lot of people falling. So as I say, I'm gonna make these videos just to document of how I got my SAB to process fast. If ever somebody wants to know like how I got my stuff running this fast and everything. So yes, even if I had a 1 gig internet, I would max out my speed. So you got to be able to have a drive that can take the speed. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to spin in this drive, whatever the speed of it is, that's the max speed you get. But at least you're getting the max speed for what you have. So if you want to maximize SAB, make sure you have a drive that can take full speed of your internet. That's all I got. Yeah, tomorrow when I come from work, I'll run another video. Thanks for watching my video, and if you guys got anything on it, as I say, a lot of this stuff I seen Space Invader and in the Unraid forums. I go through all that stuff and learn a lot of it, so that's why I'm documenting here. So if you guys have any questions, anything, just reach out to me and I'll let you guys know.